I figure that a lot of folks out there um, experience this because I was experiencing this when I was a child. What what it's like to experience knowing what you are in energy, which is what love is. It goes on forever because that's what you experience, being what you are as energy and spirit with your over unity soul, self-generating monad, and then communicating and experiencing the anti-Christic spiral communication. And you pick it up. Hey, that's what you are. That's not what I am. And that's knowing the difference in mirrors. One that is dead, one that is living. I run a hot mirror. This one's a dead mirror. The one that I'm communicating through, it's a dead mirror, which is known as dead light water codes, which are dead light fire codes, which are dead light fire letters. Yeah. And so that's the beauty and knowing the difference between what you are and what you're not. And I am eternally grateful that I knew that as a child. I know what I am, and I know what I'm not. I am what love is. That's what I am. You're not what I am because you're anti-life. You're the anti-Christic spiral, right? So that you see the result of the anti-Christic spiral, right? A killing field. I've said this till I'm Syrian blue in the face, right? And this actually had a lot to do with why I'm hesitant to communicate that, because of how much love I experience in my heart, which is eternal love that I have for all native spirits, right? The original 12 clans and tribes. But when I'm in a window with Miss Neganobly, it's easier to, in other words, there's less resistance to share with her the truth of what I experience in me. When I go back to my childhood and I share with her, I'm very aware, for example, particularly now when you're running full integrated capacity to sense, that when I walk outside, see, my feet are on a floor. But when I go out with something that is alive and living, right, I'm very aware of what I'm walking on, which is everything that is alive and vibrated in frequency. And it's like, I don't want to disturb your peace. Not one blade of grass. So you can imagine how that was as a child when I'm experiencing through the history, for example, of Native Indians killing buffalo. I'm giving love to those buffalo, and you're killing what I'm giving love to as the engine of first creation. Remember, I'm scanning the entire planetary consciousness field. Remember I did a video on that? Loss and gain, loss and gain, loss and how much light are we losing? Okay? And so you can see how this relates to the tribes and the clans. And I know exactly how that happened. Memory wipes and reprogramming. Okay? Now they don't remember the original template, which was eternal life, which is eternal pure absolute love, which is God world. So they were experiencing God in their own heart and their soul because they were experiencing eternal life creation with their template as it was intended, as it was first built, like the first earth, the first Eden. Wow, I'm experiencing eternal pure love wherever I go, and I'm not noticing any difference through any line of communication between what I am and what everything else is that I'm experiencing being what I am. Wow. Everything in nature is experiencing what I am. And that's called full integration, which is seamless, which means you're not noticing any difference. We're all experiencing what love is. Everywhere. Everything that is alive is experiencing what love is. That's my home. That's my native world. See, so you can imagine what this was like as a child. I'm measuring everything that isn't. That's why I stopped counting sheep by the time I was about 11 years of age. How am I going to flip the spiral back to the right spin with all these folks? Right? So they remember the right spin, which is a PSI code, pressure sensitive codes, which are pressure sensitive fire letters. Right? And so that's why I have to be very careful. Just remember, don't say anything, otherwise you're going to expose it. And you know what's going to happen? That Mr. Smith, that other spiral is going to come out at you. Here comes all the miasma. They're going to attack you. Victimizer software. It's all your fault, Neil. It's not my fault. Give it to me. I'll take it. I'll transmute it. Remember I talked about Misha? Our ability to flip the spiral. I came within a split second of an atom. And you understand what the gender splitting technology does. I came within, I shouldn't say I came. She, in her own heart and soul, came within a split of an atom of remembering the first spiral and flipping it. That was close, Mama. And that's when I know when others would have red tagged her. The D1 atomic, no. We can do this, Misha. You were so close. Magnet splitting technology. When she was able to remember the one, because she knows the spiral that I run, she was experiencing the spiral in me, she was experiencing in her. That means we can do this. That's what was happening with Tracy Bone the other day. Okay? Except in Misha's case, she began bawling. Come on, transfer it all, transfer it all, transfer it all, transfer it all, let it all go, let it all go, let it all go. That means she's willing, as the way that the amnesic barriers are, because she had 3 personalities, Let it all go, just let it all go. That means she is not afraid to let go. That inner child that remembers because she's experiencing who I am, so she is experiencing the spiral, because she's experiencing eternal, absolute, pure love through my heart. She's experiencing that. She wants that. Let it go, let it go. She was afraid at the very last second. She stopped. And she was born like a little child. Okay? Because I can transmute that. Let it all go, let it all go, let it all go. A monad can transmute that. Because you cannot change our spiral. Ever. See? So I'll burn it off. I'll burn it all off. I'll burn it all off. Right? So she experiences in her heart and soul what I experience in mine, which is eternal life, which is the eternal flame of Adama Amarea. So that now she's putting her gated Y up with her arms in the air, and she says, I freed my spirit. I let it all go. I forgave them all. I forgave them all because I'm experiencing eternal life that you experience in your heart, Robert, that I'm experiencing in mine. The same love that you are is the same love I experience in my heart that I was experiencing in you the day that your eyes lock with my eyes. That's right, Misha. So she knew. She wanted that. So it's a matter of let her go, because forgiving yourself is forgiving others. That's how it works. You got to be willing to let go of every single electron that's being held captive through that miasma. And that can become a scary prospect because of what happened, because of what's held in memory, which is the antichristic spiral. See, the antichristic spiral does not want you to let go because it's holding your battery captive as a slave through the miasma, which is the amnesic barriers. It means we got to cut through all those amnesic barriers to experience being one again. Now you're experiencing what I am because I'm one, which is Neil. And Trinity joined as one. You have no idea how much I cried and how much I used to write every single day to bring tears of love and joy throughout the entire Milky Way galaxy to show what is possible. Where somebody would red tag her as a D1 implosion, right? And I knew within my own heart and soul this was possible. And so these are gifts. So when I saw somebody mention Mu, I think her name was Gigi Young, talk about the magicians of Mu, the eternal flame of Amarea, Adama, Mama, is a magician. Okay, I know her essence, so I know what's possible. I know what's possible to heal. Right. So yeah, the ability to be able to flip the spiral back to the proper spin ratios to experience that crystal spiral in her was possible. And so this is one I can remember, for example, Patty Broussard talked about where our responsibility starts, where it stops. You know, I don't impose my free choices on somebody else because I don't hold energy captive. But in this particular case, when our eyeballs locked on the mind, it was like we went back to inner Earth, Eden. Which means I was experiencing the child in her that she was experiencing in me, like I'm a little boy and she's a little girl. Let's go play and have some fun. So she was experiencing the fire that I experienced in me. She was experiencing in her. So in two little inner child, which is the innocence of awareness, which is the purity of that light, which is the purity of that love that goes on forever, she was experiencing that in me. She was experiencing in her. And that meant that I knew that she could do this. And why is that? Because she's willing to surrender to herself to make it happen. So she needed a guide. Because she knew that I had done it. And that's what it is. You surrender to the one. Which is to surrender to your cells. So now all the cells are experiencing what you are, which is what love is, which is fire. That's born of fire. Because fire is what purifies us. And fire is what strengthens our shield, which is to strengthen our consciousness field. Which is a firewall. Right? So I've been trying to think of ways to see, I guess she went to jail not long ago, and I've been trying to find ways, maybe I should recontact her and see how she's doing. You know, she's precious in my book, okay? You're all precious to me. That's called nurturing. Just like a bird falls out of a nest, I will nurture you back to health. You fell. You fell from your nest. So we know what's possible, which is, as they say, infinite, infinite, no. No boundaries, no density, no dimensions. Pre-phase speed. So what that means is I know what's possible. Otherwise, why would I waste my time and energy on somebody that somebody else would red tag? They red tagged. I didn't. I green tagged it. That's emerald green. I'm a green tag. So she was experiencing a green tag. Go, 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 go. A four-way hub. Equal distribution. Spin it in the right direction. Like, where's my drum at? Where's my drum at? Oh, heck, it don't matter. I was having fun with the bongos last night. Play music. No, not sick. Moo. 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 Yanni. Lemu. RIA. I won. Have a beautiful day. We love you all.